it. I like wake up, start the shower, make sure my clothes are being fluffed right now. Like
What?
Yeah, I fluff my clothes.
I don't even know what that means. You fluff
Like you
your
put them in the
like
dryer. You put them in the no. Oh my gosh!
Fluffing your clothes.
Not a fluffer. Okay, it just means like you throw it in the dryer. You just like warm it up. You warm it up. You fluff it.
Does your man ever fluff your clothes for you?
No, absolutely not. He's not a fluffer.
Yeah, you sure? I'm so tired. We gotta get it going.
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired.
That was like the most Midwest thing you said
I'm so
in
tired.
about 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
I'm so tired. No, we were really like hitting we get why Mondays are Mondays, right? We try to like really make Mondays fun days, but now we're just like drained. We're like
didn't we just do this last Monday? And didn't I have a horrible week because of it?
Here you are again. Here we are.
I literally last week I ended up working till like 11:30 on the Tuesday following because I just didn't. Which I mean I shouldn't be working this late anyway, but you know just some things. I don't know. I could sleep right now. Watch.
The thing
I
is,
swear if I just kept my eyes closed for like 2 seconds, I'd be asleep. It's like one of those.
you're pulling a me right now.
Yeah.
You're pulling a for real me. Like literally the last Monday, that was me. Like we got done filming and I was like,
oh, you really did pass.
no, I passed out. And like
so hard.
nobody could wake me up. Like I had to get in that 20 minutes that was there because
it took even longer for us to wake you up because I was like, no, because I did not want you to be woken up to me laughing. Or I knew that you would be so mad at me. So I was like, oh, hold on. And I'd be like, Sarah. And I was like, but you were just, and you looked so mad when you're asleep anyway. It was just so funny. You were
just traumatized about the time where like I've been doing this. Like sometimes if I'm like really tired, I kind of just like will doze off on the couch and it's like very light. Like it's always like just a couple minutes and I'm like back to whatever. And she like for real like was taking a video of me. I was sleeping. And then all of a sudden she's like looking in the camera and she like hadn't even noticed, but my eyes were awake. I remember it.
Terrified.
And she was terrified. You were so terrified.
I didn't see you were awake.
You were terrified.
I just feel like I know people that wake up angry and like I know you are prone to anger. So I just assume that you wake up in an angry person.
That would be a good assumption.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Like usually, yeah. Like especially if I fall asleep somewhere, like and I get interrupted like pretty early on. Yeah, it's never a fun feeling. I usually, but I'm never like. I just kind of just don't talk. I'm like.
No, yeah, yeah. But look at that face. Not ready. I wake up like a baby. I'm like. And I'm just ready, and I'm like, let's go. Like, hello. Do you want a hug? Like,
no.
You remember when we
grumpy.
slept over? We had a sleepover.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that once. It's about
Yeah,
time.
you were like early bird. Early bird catches the worm for real. Like we had not even gone to bed a couple hours before. You always make fun of me because I was so hungover that next day, and then we just like immediately cracked open a beer
That's
right
the
after.
Only way to get over it, but we've talked about this over and over and over again. I am the biggest fan of Hair of the Dog. The biggest. I think there's at this point, I'm not gonna. I've said this a bazillion times. I'm not gonna not be that person because it's the only way that makes me feel better.
Like I'm just ready to sit. I'm just ready to sit with it all day. Like I'm ready to like just be like
I'm so sick of being nauseous.
Yeah, but I usually get better during the day, like especially once I
Not
get
me,
fluids in
no.
me.
Mm-mm.
Well,
No, I'll
see.
drink water. I'll drink 80,000 gallons of water, and I'll just never be enough.
It's always
Doesn't
like the
do it.
mornings that hit me. I never like
That's lucky.
usually by
You're
like
you're-
afternoon.
You're still young.
But I'm not. I'm not. I have back pain regularly now. And I'm not even 30 yet, to be honest.
Oh, I'm so sore.
She's you sanded you literally
sanded
sanded
the
a table.
table.
We're sore.
It was
But that's like
hey,
really how it is.
It was really a lot of sanding.
I
was out there
was
for a couple
sore.
hours. But
I
my
was-
butt sore from just staying tense.
And that's what it is. Like you just don't like it's honestly pathetic, but like it's weird cuz like we move in our own ways, right? Like I'm like used to lifting things with my arms. So like specific parts of me I'm like
You're yoked.
good.
Right. Yeah.
And then there's other parts where it's like I literally rolled dough the other day by hand and I like cranked it out cuz you know,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get faster at
right.
it, you
You're
know?
not trying to waste time.
I was sore in between my shoulder blades. Like I literally the next day was like, "Oh my god, I kinked my back." And I was like,
Like
"No, I'm
right
just
here.
that sore."
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
I think I got even little tiny almost like I started catching myself getting a blister and I was like, oh, I gotta calm down or just yank it out. I was like, maybe if I just go harder. And I was
Being
trying to use my
sore
left hand, but my
sucks.
left hand like so I got a little soreness back here.
Mhm.
But mostly like in my
Forearm.
forearms and like in whatever this is.
I think that's still part of your
Forearm?
yeah,
No.
your ulna meat. What do you call that
Yeah,
over there?
I think that's on the right track.
I think it is your ulna. It's connected to your pinky, but I think that's all your like this
Isn't
is
it-
your forearm. Like all of it could be sore.
And what's this one?
Your forearm.
No, I mean like muscles. There's got to be different. Like this is
I don't know muscles.
know.
You know, I
Ulna's
only
a
know like
bone.
bone. Yeah, exactly.
okay.
I mean, I know like some ligaments because
Yeah.
like people tear them, and
Uh-huh.
you know you hear about it all the time. But only because I know the names like that. You know, I don't. Are there specific? I mean, there are specific muscles. I don't know that name.
I used to.
Anyways, it is your
I know what I
forearm. That
mean.
is your.
Yeah, no, it's real sore. Oh, I guess I never used this muscle. I don't even know what I was
hate
using.
that soreness right there
Yeah.
too. It like almost feels like you're just.
Everything I was doing with my hand today, I
It's
was
terrible. It
I was
almost.
honestly typing and I could feel it throughout the day. I was like, this is embarrassing. I love typing. I feel like every time I really go on a typing spree, I'm just like faking life, like faking a job. I'm just like, look at me.
Why
with
does
a
it always
job."
feel like that? I feel
And
like
it's like,
everybody feels that way when they do it. Like I'll even be like in the office with another manager and be like, "That sounds fake."
I'm
Like,
just
they're-
faking. It's just like
Everybody
playing
has.
house, playing
And the thing
job.
is like I feel like everybody has their own way of typing. Like it's their personality.
It
Like
is
there
kind
is
of
like absolutely
personality.
like that.
I like that. I want to.
Yours is continuous. I've
Just-
always noticed like just continuous
focused.
Like you know how some people like really like hitting like buttons like harder than others, like maybe the space bar or like the T or something. Like you, it almost like has like a beat to it. Yours is just like it's just constant. Like you
like
might
that.
hear your backspace a couple of times and then
Yeah,
it's
there's a couple.
back on.
There's a lot of those usually.
Yeah.
But I'm big on my
you're
nobody-
big on your
touchpad. I like to use I really use my thumb as my index finger on my touchpad, and like I'll highlight a whole section and delete at once. Like I'm out here using it like a DJ booth sometimes with my little tiny baby
you're
little
just you're
computer.
so about the correct way
Like 10 and
to
2,
type, and
yeah.
but like you really exactly like you were the person that was in keyboard class and
Yeah,
like
I killed
you were
that
speed
shit.
throwing it, and you never forgot it, right? You
I had
never
the
did.
classes. I came home. My grandma. I lived with my grandma. My grandma was like super hip to technology, and she
Uh-huh.
had all the different typing classes. She did everybody's taxes.
My
on
mom
the
is a
internet and stuff.
great typer.
Yeah.
She is also just the
It was
same.
like a
She
time.
doesn't even have
that
to
was
look.
the
She's
time.
it
like,
really was. That was such
the
a skill to
90s,
have.
Ask your mom. I bet she had one of these little computer. games.
Probably.
I forgot what even they look like. It must have been like a CD.
Maybe so.
Like
Are you talking about like the ones
like
that
a
like
game,
even
a
we
computer
had in
game.
like
Yeah.
oh yes
And they
no
were, like,
that's what I'm saying.
typing
I had
games.
those yes, and like you could get different scores, or like you would
Yeah.
have to hit what it's asking without like you'd have to not look at the screen. Then you'd have like your teacher
Did
like
you have
walking
a
around.
typing class in school? Or
Yeah,
was that, like,
no,
'cause
I
didn't
did.
know if
No,
that,
I
I didn't know
did.
if that stopped after a while because like everybody, but like there was like
No,
real typing.
I
did they
took
have the little
typing class
condoms
because-
on 'em? The little
Yes,
key
yes,
condoms?
and they felt good to like. Dude, you were bringing such nostalgia back right
Yeah.
now.
I was
No, I really
obviously
had
top
it.
of the class.
I absolutely, and I love that class. I even remember my teacher's name, Mrs.
Yeah.
Hendricks. I'll never forget. It was a fun ass
You really
class.
were
Like, but
deep in
like,
that.
no, yeah, we were deep in it. But it was just like an elective that a lot of people took because it was kind of fun because you got to like deal with computers the whole time. And like sometimes she let you play like games on it, you know, like free days. Like we didn't always have to be doing typing. Like there'd be days that like we could just have an hour
I
of
just wanted
just
to type. I just wanted to be the best at everything we did. Every test, every
you
quiz.
seem like the type that
I
you were
was.
just you were Mrs. Hendricks, like
She kept
good apple.
She- oh wow, you don't even need that sleeve, do you?
No, absolutely
I don't.
not.
I don't have to look at all. Numbers are hard. Symbols are hard.
See, I'm better with numbers. I'm better with like the
can do
numbers.
numbers
That I
with
can
the-
look. I don't have to
an
look
and
at.
sign is like 5 or 6.
I start where I'm supposed to, and I still have to like regroup myself back there. But like I
You get
use
carried
different.
away.
Yes, I literally get carried away on the keyboard sometimes. Like the other day, I just couldn't get it. Like I could not get where I was supposed to be at. Like everything was like off a letter every time, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I've known some people that are like really good at just like 2-finger doing this. Like just 2-finger hitting everything, and they don't have
Yeah.
a system, but they look at their keyboard, but they're hella fast.
But
at
they're
it.
fast at it, and they can. It's like texting. It's like
Yeah,
they just
yeah,
like
it's
text
like-
in like
yeah.
in like computer form. They're like, oh yeah, no, I'm good at typing. I know the exact type.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my dad is. You know,
I was
my
gonna say
mom
my
is
dad does that, but he's not fast.
not fast. Not fast. I was just about to say here, my mom is like very like keyboard savvy,
Yeah.
and then my dad's this.
Same. That's the same setup with my mom and dad.
But it is such
What
a
is
dad
it?
thing. Such a
But
like
our
our
moms, we've
dad.
talked about our moms and other Midwestern Southern women being very proactive. Like
Well,
always
and there was
doing
like an
something.
archetype for a while. Like
I bet she went on walks with her neighborhood ladies.
I did that a lot. Why
You
do you
did?
think I liked walking for so long? Because she would take me on walks, and we'd walk for miles. But yeah, that's actually how she got like super skinny. There was like a time my mom was just like, she was honestly neck and neck with me. Like I look back at pictures and I was like, what? It's a different time. But yeah, she loved walking. I mean, sometimes I was me tapping out all the time. I told you she was the mall walker.
But yeah, they
Oh
always
my
have that-
gosh, that
I don't know.
the
they
hip
shimmy so
they
hard, don't
did. I mean, it's like their hips like my hip didn't even
It
move up
took
like
you
that, but
that
it
way.
did. It did.
They had. I remember whenever they used to carry little weights and stuff.
That's
too.
why mom jeans are coming back. Is that it's that power walk and those mom jeans. Like people had like cute little hips and butts. Like they just did. That's how they worked out. Just fast walking everywhere. That's how everybody.
That's where you learned
that
it.
was like their weights training.
That's
That really was. What I'm really realizing is that we just grew up the same.
Yeah.
The same
I would've known that.
life out here, you know.
I mean, the whole reason we even thought about making a podcast was because we were like, look at all of the same similar.
I
country
know.
things
Well,
we
and
have.
things
Remember
that
how
like you
all of our
wouldn't
aunts almost have the same name.
exactly, and that's the thing. Like it just comes down to because you've lived a ton of places, but like the same upbringing, like
Yeah.
it's really like where you like really grew up. Because some people did. There's
so much of my life I've tried to forget it, but I'm here. I'm back. I'm embracing who I am, where I've been.
the thing is like you can't it's just it follows you forever, no matter where you choose to live, you know? Because like I was even thinking, you know how like when you watch those like I don't know a Midwest TikTok and it's I don't even like they'll point out vocabulary that I didn't even realize was super
like
not
what?
it.
Like
I
what?
can't figure it out.
Like, oop.
No.
I
Like,
do
it would
be doing that sometimes though. I'm like,
Okay,
I'll just
like
make
for
a different
instance, like
noise,
people
but
call like cupboard out here, like get in the cupboard.
I say
right.
cabinet.
Of course you would.
We've talked about this.
I know. And those are the similarities I'm talking about. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't realize that only people like
Yeah, yeah.
that's a
yeah.
cultural thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I definitely, if someone said cupboard, I wouldn't bat an
like
eye.
rag. People say towel. We say rag.
Those are
Grab me
different to
that
me.
rag.
Well,
What?
a rag is like a throwaway towel that you use to clean up messes with. A towel is like one you dry your body off with.
It's the same to me. Rag. It's just a rag. If it's a small
A big
towel.
rag. You have what about a big towel?
No, that's
Is
a
that
towel.
rag? Okay. A small
A
towel
hand
is a rag.
anything. A hand
A hand
towel.
rag.
There's no hand towels. It's a rag to me. Like you're small.
I see. You're
small towel
a
is
small-
rag.
Okay.
Like I used to
but if you said hand me that rag, I would. That was just my fridge. Don't
it
forget.
literally
No,
sounded
it-
like somebody set down a cup. Like they literally were like
it gets me sometimes. I've had that.
I was like,
kegerator.
who is in here? Who?
It's my kegerator making like a I'm still on.
Absolutely
noise.
sounded like somebody.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
it's Monty. She's drinking along with us. She got
I
a
was
glass
about.
of
I
wine.
honestly, that's where my brain went, just to be on the safe side. I was like, no,
It's
it's
just
Monty.
Monty.
It's Monty.
No,
It's
yeah, that
nobody
definitely
else.
scared me for a while, but I've had that since 2018, so
Well, that's good.
it doesn't
Because
scare me
that
so much anymore.
frightened me.
Yeah.
You immediately knew too. I was like,
Well, because I was like, I just look over there. Don't look at what I'm looking at, because I'm not looking at anything when I look off to the distance. And then I was like, oh, she's worried about that noise. I honestly have had zero, like, suspicious activity. Way less than anywhere I've ever lived.
yes.
How did we do that?
I don't know,
I've
but
never
that
even lived anywhere that's. Maybe it's because it's renters.
it was weird. Yeah.
This house was abandoned for so long.
I don't know. Maybe we just lucked out. Also, like houses that have been around for a long time, like ours are dated, and flipped houses. So we say flip, but like just refurnished but yeah, like my mom, I don't know how I like am starting to remember this like recently when I realized like her house, because she's always had weird things with her house. My mom, I guess I've just forgotten about him over the time because like. My sister really brought it up to me and she was like, yeah, dude, there's all, cause she lived with mom for like forever. Right. But I remember like she had like a Wiccan that lived in her house. Right. And so like she did all types of rituals. And I remember she did have these like, I don't even know how, but it was like some sort of like implant into your like ceiling where you could literally hang sage. Like they were like gripped in. Like it was weird. It
Like
was
a screw.
something like that, but like opposite. Like it was like something that you could like put into it. Like it was meant to hang like heavy weight also. Like it was
Like a molly.
kind of like
Or
yeah,
like an anchor?
yeah, like an anchor, but an industrial type. It was weird. Like they were absolutely put in. It was, and they like I remember when we looked at the house, they were like, "Oh yeah, no, like this." It was just they kind of like explained the woman to her and to us. Like when we bought this, well, my mom bought this house, and I was like, "That's wild." And now I think about it, I'm like, "Yeah, your house is actually probably haunted." And how do we? Because I was like, it never even occurred to me when we went like house shopping, like when we bought a house, it never occurred to me like, what if somebody buys a haunted house?
We really jumped. We were just like, oh, love that. Like we both like love this house, and we just jumped into it. We didn't. I don't think we like thought about.
How can you?
Yeah, but
How
now
can
I
you?
could. Now I will.
Now I can and I will. But that's the thing. It's just something. It's like picking up a new skill. It's a brand new house.
I gotta
You
even
think
about,
everything
like,
is
turning
luxurious.
on- Well, because you also like you're like, oh, I can't check the AC because it's not on because nobody owns the utilities of this house right now.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't even see how the AC works. But like I should have probably because my attic don't be knowing nothing.
No, that's the same with
if
me.
we
Like
have
I
the
would literally
podcast
be
upstairs, it's
thinking
gonna
of.
be so cold.
Yeah. The thing is you don't think about that when you first buy a house. Like your first house, nobody thinks about like things that seem like a bother to your everyday life because it's just like new house feel. Like you just,
I just want to own something.
Yeah, exactly. That's really what it came down to. And now I'm
Just
like, okay, I'm
so
not
long-
doing
yeah.
without this. I'm not doing without this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
There's
I-
things that I'll be on the market for years before I will buy a second house. You know what I mean? Like,
What?
like
Oh,
yes,
like
it
for
would-
years. I
Yeah.
thought you said for yours. I was like, my house? I was like, you trying to trade houses?
You want to try? That'd be a wild concept. That'd be like wife swap, but different.
If you had
Remember.
hella kids, you could. We'd have to.
Do house
swap.
swaps if I had kids?
If you
Why'd
had,
it
like,
have to
3
be me?
kids. Because I have way more bedrooms than you. Well, I don't have all the bedrooms in one space.
Oh no, you have way more bedrooms.
Imagine like teenagers living on the same floor as you. I would be like kicking you out.
Top floor is your own. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
only where you belong.
This house, throw them up in the attic.
Yours really is like, if you think about it, like a triplex,
Yeah.
like a floor.
There's just
like
only one kitchen.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the one.
Thank God. Oh my God. Imagine if there was 2. Have you ever
Do
seen
people
those houses?
actually?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay.
Do
so
people
I
actually?
used to work in real estate, so like in Seattle, so I got to see these $5 million homes and stuff sometimes. And there was this one, literally $5 million home that we put on the
million?
market, and not
I don't
me,
even want to know
was
what that
obviously
looks
listening.
like.
It was wild. It was just 2 houses on top of each other. Like there was an upstairs kitchen and a downstairs kitchen, and like the downstairs had like the movie room. They call it the media rooms, and like, but a whole closet of servers. I was like, what do they need all of these for? But I was like, this is probably just really old shit that is just too big. It's probably like just a really fancy DVD player. But
Yeah.
like, but the kitchen, they had like what they call those. They have like a side kitchen sometimes too, where it's like not quite a kitchen, but it has
Like a kitchenette.
yeah.
Is that what those are called?
Yeah,
Right.
so there was like a full kitchen upstairs and downstairs, and also a kitchenette downstairs closer
Makes
to like
sense.
the media room or whatever. And every single bedroom had a door to the pool. Like even if it was a balcony with steps, like everybody had an outward door,
Like
to
an
the
access,
pool. And
or like a
pool,
guest
like,
house.
yeah, and like they even had their own pier to the
Of
Puget
course.
Sound.
Yeah. Of course.
Which
Like
is
why
really
not?
nice.
Like
Yeah.
why wouldn't you? When you
So-
have $5 million laying
When
around.
we were showing the house, like the previous people that used to live there, like this girl came and she was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry to like lead you on. I'm not here to look at this house. I just used to live here when I was a kid. Like I just wanted
No
to." She's like, "I met
way.
my husband on that pier. Like it was wild." I was like, "Tell me all about it." Like we were walking around, like it was-
You lived in this?
I was like,
Tell me about
you
your
grew up
uppity.
here?
I would love to hear about it. Tell me exactly how your lifestyle was.
This
I'm
is
so
why I remember
curious.
My brother was upstairs. He was so annoying. I was like, "Yeah, was he the worst? Was he the worst? Like, you just have the worst time with him."
Yeah, like how dare you only have a floor to yourself? Oh my gosh.
I know. It was
But I
wild.
do. It's all because like I would want to imagine myself like you actually lived the life where you could have
Yeah.
just done that. Oh my,
Imagine.
that's a dream.
I wouldn't even mind
Truly.
having kids if I had a bazillion $1 million and a whole place to hide them away and a person to take care of them.
Like
Sounds great.
there are well-off people, and I know that there's always like a ladder. You know, but there is a cap where it's like the exuberantly wealthy, and it's literal
I
royalty
don't
at that
even
point.
get it. when I
Don't
think
get it.
about
It doesn't. I'm actually not comprehending it.
Yeah. No. Every time you ever like catch too big into celebrities' money issues, you're like, "Whoa, this is your
What?
problem."
That's your problem.
That's your problem.
Can't imagine.
Whose kid was being a bitch right now? Somebody's celebrity was like, "You're not paying me enough." 50 Cent's kid was like, "You're not paying me enough."
Oh, I hadn't heard about
my
that.
mom enough for child support. It was like $6,000 a month or something like that, and I was like, oh,
$6,000.
even that is it itself enough probably. But then there was like a whole lot of other. He was just being a little tiny baby. I think.
Yeah,
everybody-
no,
you know,
absolutely.
anyone-
But like
dad's such a
also
fan,
like
I'm a tiny
$6,000.
Yeah.
Like that's what we're arguing about. That's like life-changing money to people, you know.
A month? Yeah.
A month? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is. No, that really is. That's wealthy. You're wealthy. But you're still not 1%, you know.
No, not even close.
Like not even the less
even
than
close.
1%. Like, and that's the
Not
thing.
even, not even a little bit close.
So much money. How do you even have so much money?
It doesn't make
Give
sense.
it away.
I have said
I
this for
would-
years. I feel like if you have $1 billion and you have and you keep making more than $1 billion every year, we should be able to kill you. We should just be able to murder you. Like
I think there should just be a
you should give back enough or something to where
like
you
it
don't
just caps at
keep
like $1 billion,
making
where it's
more
like,
and
well,
more
you
and
made
more.
more
Like,
than that, so this
yeah.
is just dispersing now.
Yeah, just give it.
Because what are
like,
you gonna do with
something.
$1 billion?
Nothing. There's nothing to do with $1 billion.
And that's what I'm saying. You know,
It's
I
so
understand
dumb.
how people say like they're rich and
Just
sad.
kill 'em.
Could you imagine if there was no like
Goal.
there's no goal? You're rich. There's no goal. There's nothing up there. You have a big old empty house with 3 kitchens, and what do you do next? What's your next?
Half the people buying houses
I've been
on Selling
wanting to, like-
Sunset don't even cook themselves. They're like, "Oh yeah, I love this kitchen. Can't wait for my cook to come in here." I'm just like, God.
You love this kitchen for your cook. You know what? I would dream of a big kitchen for myself.
I just want a few more counters.
That's what I want. I just want a little. I want an island. I want an
Yeah, that would be
island,
nice.
and then I
Enough
would
space
like
for an island. Yeah.
yeah, enough space.
Yeah, we both have kind of tiny kitchens. Which
I
is
like
funny.
houses that are. I would agree with the fact that like there can be expensive houses that are still well usable all the way around. Like just not like crazy amount of space that like it's a whole, like you said, another house on top of it. Like
Yeah,
if
it's
it was
just a
like
house on top of the
expensive
house.
but like you could use all of that house.
When would you
I'm
ever
into
need
it.
to use two full
No.
giant kitchens? I can't.
There's people that have
think
secret
of the day.
kitchens.
There's
yeah.
like 2 ovens in each one, anyways. So like you're good for Thanksgiving. You know, like the worst, the craziest you could do. The only thing I could think of is people working in one kitchen for a giant meal for a family of a bazillion because
That's
it's a
what I'm
family
saying, and those
reunion or
people are not the
Thanksgiving
people
or
with the
something.
largest
and then
houses.
the other one could be like hors d'oeuvres
and that's the thing.
but it's still
I would have a lot of children if I had that type of money. Have a whole just flock of them, you know? You could all take up the house. I don't even care at this point. Like, how would you? That would be so scary. You could have a ghost in the side of your house and you wouldn't even know it. You're never over there. Literally never over there.
Just never go to the other side.
No, that's like seriously how some people's
Where's
houses
the
are set up.
least touched like space in your house from you personally?
You know, probably either. I was gonna say like the water heater room, but it has our laundry in there, and I'm actually in there pretty often.
I've even
I'm
been
in there.
a lot.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm in there a lot.
I
Actually,
did
for
my
a lot of
laundry there.
reasons. Probably the like very bottom bathroom.
I knew you were gonna say that. I should have guessed.
It's just, and that's the one place about my house. Like it would make sense if that was my bathroom because it's right in my vanity room.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it freaks me the fuck out. I don't like that bathroom. I think because it's on the lowest level, I feel secluded. It's the quietest place in the house. Literally, if you were to yell up to like the upstairs, like they can't hear you if you're in that bathroom. If you're outside of it, then it like, you know, your voice travels, but it's kind of fucking scary. And you know me.
That's funny. Is it because of those doors don't really shut? They're like
I think
slidey
it's
doors?
like that, and then like how the like shower is, like the shower's really nice, but like it's like off in the corner, so I
like,
can't
you
see
can't see
behind
it
it, and
from-
I need to see like the reason why I like my top bathroom is because like I have bird's eye view everywhere, like
Right,
it's just
okay.
glass. I have, which
I
is
had to
nice for
envision
me.
that. I like your middle floor bathroom. That's one I choose usually.
I love that bathroom. We just need to get we're having the same issue that you did, and you were like plumber for a week, and like you fix your hot water. Remember, like your like water wouldn't
I
get
can
hot.
totally fix that.
I need that.
I can
That's
totally
what I
fix that.
need.
That's- I know how to do that one.
The
for
shower
sure.
just doesn't like. I would move to that bathroom. That would be my bathroom, and literally, Jacob could have the top bathroom. I don't even care because it makes more sense. All this stuff's up there. Like he could just have it.
You don't even like
That one I like. I can't get it. It's just not hot enough. And like I like my shower scalding me, so I just need that. I need help.
Next
I need
time
help.
we're over there.
That's the only reason. That's the only thing that's
I
wrong.
should have made you bring
You know
your
what I did make it
nightstand
though?
today.
I made it like a real guest bathroom. I have put.
Did you put stuff in there?
I put everything you would ever need. I put travel size
I was
body
gonna say,
wash.
It's not. Yeah.
I put tampons in there. I put panty liners for just in case people have uh-ohs, like obviously extra toilet paper. Uh-ohs. I put Scentsy in there so that like people that just, you know, need to go drop a quick little, you know, it smells good all the time. There's like extra towels in there. I like really made it a thing. That was like
I saw some people folding their own little individual hand rags and rolling them up in
Oh,
a little
that's so
basket and a
cute.
little
So
trash
cute.
can specifically for the towels. That's so funny.
No, it's adorable. It
That
really
seems
is.
Like you. I've thought about you a lot recently because I went somewhere and I was like, Sarah, I love this place. And then I went somewhere else and I was like, Sarah.
So
I went
catering.
thrift store shopping.
Oh, of course.
I saw this picnic basket and I was like, am I buying this for Sarah right now? And I was like, what does she need a picnic basket for? I was like, she probably
I don't need it
first
for
of all, already
anything, but I
has
need
one.
everything. Yeah.
But it was so cute and it was so you and it had like a whole little, you know, cups attached to the lid
And that's the thing, like, I don't know. It's super old lady. I know I have, like, we've talked about it, old grandma swag, but.
Yeah, that's you.
It's so cute. But there is a specification to it. There's some things I just like. I just like it. We, didn't talk about it, but. Artichokes. We, you know, drink local beers because we're local women, right?
We at least try to on stream.
We try.
Or on pod.
Yeah, no, we do.
Sorry, I
You know.
always say stream.
I do the same thing. I'm like, we're streaming tonight. It's not the same. But in my good old neck of the woods, there's actually a decent brewery. I always say this. I always butcher that word. Brewery.
Yeah, everybody loves it.
It's good. It's
It's
called
good.
Crane Brewery. It's
They specialize
local to
in
Raytown.
sours.
There's nothing we have over there but a good brewery. That
brewery.
But we do have these. So actually, they're actually known for their sour beers.
Yeah,
I'll say that really
but
fast.
she got me IPAs because
Their farmhouse isn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Like I actually really like their farmhouse IPA. So I got a 6-pack because I know that it's armpity, just like you would expect.
Yeah, just like I like. I was thinking about it today or the other day. I was drinking just my black coffee in the morning, being hella
As you do.
hipster about it. Yeah, but I was sitting there, I was drinking it, and I was like, the fuck do I like this for? Like if you really sit and think about,
It's bitter. There's nothing to it.
It's dirt water. It's not that good at all. And then I think about the same, like this, like taste it here. Just like focus, like
Yeah.
pretend like you're 10 years old.
No, I had to.
That's like really bad. Like the flavors are bad, but I like it a lot. I love
But
bitter.
it's like vinegar, you know? It's like, why do people like that?
I'm-
It's like when you try, okay, like literally
um,
try alcohol for the first time, right? Right? I'm talking about like actual spirits, like tequila, vodka,
Trauma.
right? And you get it, right? There's nothing flavorful about it. Actually, it's repulsive if you think about it. But like for some
No,
reason,
yeah.
like, you know
I
how like
was-
black coffee just hits?
It
You
does,
just know.
and
it
I
smells
definitely
really
never drank
good.
coffee ever,
It
and
smells
then I
so
started drinking
fucking
coffee,
good.
and it does smell so good.
It smells like, you know, when you go down the
Smells so good.
coffee
I used
aisle
to
of the
hate
grocery
smell,
store.
but I'm saying even as a kid, I hated the smell of coffee.
Oh,
It
no, I
smells,
loved
it.
it.
Smells. It kind of
I've
smells
always loved
bad.
it. No.
Kind of does.
It's an aroma. An
That-
aroma.
That's just a word for a smell. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
I know.
don't
It- no,
In
it- no, it
crossword
definitely
puzzles,
is.
that's just a synonym.
It is. You're right.
Honestly, in crossword
No,
puzzles,
they
they
do
make that
smell
out to be
good.
like a bad smell, and I'm like, that. I feel like aroma is a
Aroma?
good smell. Like odor is
Aroma?
a bad smell.
You're right in that.
Yeah,
You're
Crossword
absolutely right
puzzles
in
really
that.
fucked me up with that one. I'm like, this is
Crossword
a 5-letter
puzzle-
word that doesn't make any
Crossword
sense.
puzzles are hard.
No, I am a pro. I don't know why.
Like pro,
Like,
pro,
I'm
pro.
really,
Like
really
you
good
could
at
like flip
crossword
out a
puzzles.
newspaper right now and just
I
like
don't
crank
know.
that bad
I'd
boy
love
back
to
out.
see.
Because I have done a lot of crosswords in my lifetime.
If it's
'Cause
really,
I like
if it's
words.
referencing, like
Some
if it's
are
like
really hard though.
90s movies crossword, I'll probably get fucked up because I don't know references to stuff. Like I don't know actors and I don't know
I'm
movies.
just but I'm talking about like the
generic words and
Generic
stuff.
words.
Yes. But I've had a lot of practice. A lot of it is, a lot of crosswords use the same kind of key or words that help put their crossword puzzles together. So if you've done a lot of
Makes
crosswords,
sense.
it helps a little bit.
I guess
but
that does make
I
sense.
am really good at them, but I do practice.
That was
What?
like my one thing I always like if I'm like bored. Or like
Crosswords?
how crosswords on like you can just pull them up like free crosswords like
Mhm.
.com or some shit like
Mhm.
that. You know?
Yeah,
can just
boatload
literally-
puzzles. Honestly, the boatload is the site that I use for my speed crossroads. Like if I only have 2 minutes, I'm waiting to go in a meeting, and I just need to like stimulate my brain really quick. I'll go to this boatload free crossword puzzles, and
Yeah.
I can finish a whole crossword.
Why
puzzle
is
in
that so
2 minutes.
satisfying to people, you know? Like I
Yeah.
know how like Sudoku is to people.
Oh, that's me. Killer
No,
Sudoku with
no,
the
no, no,
math.
no, no,
that's
no.
that's all me. I'll
I
do
don't
that
love
also to
that.
stimulate my brain in the morning. That's like kind of the first thing I do is like wake up with.
I don't love numbers like that. I
Killer
love numbers
Sudoku.
in a certain sense, like percentages and stuff like that. Those make sense, but Sudoku, no.
You should see the math one that I do where every, like, it'll be like the regular Sudoku box, 9 in a square and then 9 in a line or whatever. And then it'll be like, here, these boxes within the dotted line all
No.
equal 17.
Girl, stop.
But then whenever you see a 4 with 2 boxes, it has to be a 1 and a 3 because it can't be a 2 and a 2.
That's just my least
No,
favorite.
it's-
I just
I
don't
love it.
love numbers like that. Crosswords, I get. You have to promise though when we do get old. That's what we do.
That's my
In
thing.
our spare time.
Yeah.
We grab the newspaper.
Okay.
We even pay for the
I got you.
whatever they
Sarah
cost.
Lynn.
Probably like $5 in the near future. $5 for a newspaper, right? We do, and then we just.
If they even have those when we're in
I
the future.
know. Maybe we should just start
We'll
starting
just all
now.
have our own little iPads and stuff.
You're right.
Whatever we're on when we're old, we're not gonna lose touch
I just
with
want
iPads.
I just want a newspaper. I want to be on my
she
front
wants
porch.
to be an old lady.
I
want to
be an old lady being an old lady.
Well, that's not happening anymore. When are you gonna be? What year?
I'm
is
gonna
it right
make
now?
you.
It's 2022. You're 20-some years old.
And I know that I do like technology in a way, but look at me.
When do we be?
Look at my house though.
When is old
It's
lady
dated.
for you? Because I'm feeling like you're about to be old lady at 40.
Yeah, no, it's happening. 100%. When I hit 40, that's when I know I have made it. And I don't have to care about what people say about my old
Oh, that's
style.
what I
My
said
old
about
style is
30.
already here.
But you're talking about
You know what I
grand
mean?
ladies.
Like, my ass is really about to save some newspapers so that we can do them later on. Just to do it. I just want them.
She just is gonna have like 3 Tupperware. You're just
Like,
gonna have,
Tupperware fulls, be
and
like,
then every
you
time you
have
do
no
any
idea.
move or anything, everyone's like, "Can we? What are these for?" And then she's like, "Just shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
It's for my future."
You have no idea
You don't
how
get it.
long. You have no idea.
I've been waiting for
how
this.
high I can fly.
We're gonna have to get little houses right next to each other again.
No, we will. And
this
I'm
time
getting.
we will.
Yeah, I tried. I tried big hard.
Can I just say this was the perfect outfit to wear today because it was not cold, but it was raining.
It was cold. Girl, you're tripping. It was cold.
I didn't go outside very much, honestly. I was working.
I
really
had to
hard.
stand outside and like fill out this paperwork to drop off my car, and I realized it. But I was also in a
but
short
it was,
sleeve.
at night it was cold. When the
No,
sun
that's what
went
I'm saying.
down.
It wasn't bad this morning.
in
It
the
was like
daytime, it
70,
was
and then it
fine.
just like
The weather out
got
here has been
ridiculous.
actually wild. And I know everyone says
It's
the
something
weather in
that
their
we talk
city-
about, but there's a reason why.
no, the weather in their everybody says the weather in their city is like, oh, so bipolar, blah, 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 blah. But like literally last week we were
80s.
the week before that.
Oh yeah.
Below freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was looking at my watch, it was like 30 degrees.
I thought we had really hit it. Like
I thought
never
we were already in
had.
winter. I was like, damn, okay, fall didn't happen. It's like happening as like
But
it's
that's
gonna
how
happen
we don't
in a week.
realize it, is because it comes in weeks.
And then today it's been in the 80s. This week or last week it's been in the 80s. Last business week.
70s and 80s.
I
And,
mean,
like,
I was hot. I could barely even wear jeans.
Jacob
And
got
then
a sunburn on
today,
his face.
No,
Legitimate sunburn.
He was so red.
He's
I
so
came-
red.
He came in, I was like, oh, buddy.
Nowhere else but like this right here.
Yeah.
This specifically is just
Yeah,
beet
right,
red, beet
so
red.
red.
And it's so funny
I
because
don't
it's like
know what is
October.
so fu-
It's October and you're beet red right now.
He just takes these recreational sports so seriously. It's honestly
At a point,
it makes me so happy that because that's
He's
so
always
his
been
family. Yeah,
that
his
it's just always been
family-
his characteristic.
we went over to your house for your birthday, or not your house, your in-laws for your birthday, and all of the boys had the little moment of like just throwing catch. a
Always,
football.
always. There's always
Like,
a sport involved. They will
Three
find a
grown men
way.
and their dad throwing a football just casually while all the women were over here
And you know what?
drinking wine, talking. You spilled my wine on me. That was funny.
I did.
It was funny. He thought I had a bug.
Whew,
Oops.
golly, but you did. I swear I saw it. I swear I saw it. Oh no. It's fine. It's fine. No, it was it's always it will
Yeah.
always be, and that's like
It's so
a
cute.
him thing, you know, like,
Yeah.
and I do like it for
I
him.
like
But
that
at one
too.
point
I
he was
wish I
really
was invited to go
3 days
throw
a week
football.
was 3 days a week is recreation for
That's
him
a
at a
lot.
point sometimes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like funny sports because it's like volleyball, kickball,
Softball.
Yeah, is that the one he takes the most seriously?
He's been he's like upset because he has not been able to get his flag football team back, but it's just like the league just hasn't
Yeah.
worked out, I guess, or some. I don't
You
know
should
much
do a
about it,
co-ed
but
one. Oh, is it co-ed? No, probably not. They take it seriously. I
It's
remember
just-
him telling me I couldn't play.
it's
'cause I
just
was a
from
woman.
church. Oh no, it's not. It's not co-ed because I was
Mhm.
thinking the same thing whenever I watched him play. When I was watching him
I
play
like flag
softball.
football. I like playing that.
I was
'cause
like, you
just-
couldn't even have like a women's sub, and he was like, no, it's like an all men's league. Like you just.
see. That's bullshit.
I agree with that. I
Flag football. You're not even hitting each other.
have to go potty.
Okay. I haven't been alone with the camera in a minute.
I know.
I was honestly about to take that whole opportunity just to
Take a whole nap. A little cat
take
nap.
a
A little.
I used to be so good at those. I remember there was this one time it
Never
was a
been good at
church event,
naps.
you know, obviously. I got a little excited and like a fucking dog or baby, I was like, "Oh, I need a
Baby.
little break." And I got there way too early, obviously. I was like there like an hour early cuz that's also what I have always done in my life. And just like laid on the little couch and took like a little 20-minute. And I woke up to people being there and being loud, but I used to just like zonk out through things. It just
I
20
used to do
minutes,
that too,
20
though.
minutes, and for fully, I mean, even still, I can kind of
Do
get a
that?
little energy, but today was not.
I
helping.
always had I had a friend that was a serious napper like that. In a serious way, like
cat
just
napper?
always the cat napper.
Yeah.
The perfect doesn't have
20
to sleep for
minutes.
4 hours, like an hour and 20 minutes probably the perfect nap for her, but could do a 20-minute
I
nap.
don't think I could. I don't think I've ever taken a nap that lasted that long.
No, that's why I don't nap, is because it's just sleep for me. I can't not
Yeah.
sleep for that long. You know what I mean?
My
It's just
naps are like I wake up 30 minutes like, what am I supposed to be doing right now?
yes, no, yeah. No, I used to kind of nap like that in a sense, but we were also in like school
When's the last
and
time you've taken a nap?
extracurrities. Never. In
That's what I was
adulthood.
thinking.
In
It's been a
adulthood,
long
I
time
don't.
That we're not. I'm not nappers either. I was
No.
gonna say me and you are not.
I just get to a
I've been
point where if
trying
I'm
lately.
tired in a day that I just keep going. Like there's a reason where I don't know what it is. It's just, it is engraved in my brain. If I waste daylight, I don't know what it is, but if I waste daylight sleeping,
what do you?
it gives me anxiety when I wake up from a nap. It's never refreshing for me.
Yeah,
it's never
not
refreshing.
I've been trying to hit it with like 30 minutes when I know I need just to rest my brain, because it's the only way I know how to rest my brain. Like I've learned, I had a concussion in 2020. And I can't even remember what I was gonna say because I remembered how I got that concussion. It when you have a concussion, like, you're supposed to like fucking relax, because like that shit, like, thinking hurts for some reason.
But you also can't sleep for a while, right? Like,
well, for like the first day or something, you're not, because like you could, I don't know, slip into a coma or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's what they say.
I just remember being like trying to like chill out for a week and like chill my brain out, and I could not. Like, I was getting headaches from just thinking, and I was like, I just learned that I've never been able to like calm my fucking brain down. So now I've just been, once I recognize that I'm like unable to fucking chill, I'm like, what if I just took a 30-minute nap? Because I can fall asleep pretty quick. I can wake up and I'll be like, you know, literally like a cat. Like, I'm awake. I'm good. But I'm just
in a different realm. Like, yeah, it makes me feel bad. I'm in a different realm. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is usually. Even if it's like a 20-minute nap, I'm always.
Yeah, that's how I wake up almost every time. Like, honestly, waking up to my watch vibrating is like such a nice little like calm, like, oh, it's time to wake up. Like, I really have been enjoying it lately.
I wish
I'm such a little baby tech girl.
I say that and I like am the one with the 7 a.m. job, but like I do get up to like do things.
Start
like
function.
I just start functioning. I'm monotonous with it. I like wake up, I might scroll for a little bit, just like wake myself up more, like if I'm like really tired, and then I'll like start the shower. Make sure my clothes are being fluffed right now. Like
what?
Yeah, I fluff my clothes.
What?
I make sure they're warm in the morning. I'm cold in the morning.
I don't even know what that means. You fluff
like you
your
put them in the
like
dryer.
You put them in the no.
Oh my gosh!
Fluffing your clothes.
Not a fluffer. Okay, fluffing. I'm fluffing my clothes. Like, okay, what a word. Here it is. That's one of the words maybe somebody's not used to, right? It just means like you throw it in the dryer. You just like warm it up. You warm it up. You fluff it. It's not wrinkly. Like, it's warm.
Well, I mean, it's such a different verb from like fluffing your pillow. I'd have never.
You've never heard of like fluffing your clothes?
No, never.
That's definitely a term I grew up with. Absolutely,
Your mom used to say, "Oh, why don't you go and fluff your?"
Like, just put it on. Yeah, just like fluff your clothes really fast for you. Like,
that's
fold
really
them.
Sweet. Does your man ever fluff your clothes for you?
No, absolutely not. He's not a fluffer.
Yeah, you sure? No gay jokes today. But I just
no, you didn't.
I don't get.
Why did I walk right into that though? I used to be so good at this.
I just never heard nothing like that before. But that's the only word I've ever heard.
Like fluffing your clothes.
Yeah, I've never, even just as a verb.
I honestly
I've never really heard that like on every day. Like, I know that people say fluff your pillow, but nobody says that to me on the daily.
Honestly
so the only time I've ever even heard that term as a verb is not.
See, but I've never heard that term. I like recently learned that term, like what it is. I wasn't used to I wasn't used to it like that.
Yeah.
It seems sheltered of me.
No.
But fluffing your clothes is different. Fluffing your clothes is, or like fluffing your sheets, like you just
jacking them off a bit.
Just want to get the wrinkles out, you know.
Speaking of Midwestern words, fluffing, big one out here. It's cold, you know. You gotta
fluff your clothes out in the morning. It is cold when you wake up. Our houses don't even regulate right. What do you want from me? That was funny.
You know, it has been cold. I gotta find that space heater I had. I don't know.
Oh my god, you do.
Already bringing out all the sweaters.
I'm not there yet. I'm not.
Sweater weathers?
No, sweater weather is fine, but like not turning on the heater in the house and like making it.
Yeah, there was one. I
still sleep hot.
I turned the heater on. I already did.
No, we turned it on for like one day when it really got below freezing, and it was like 65 in my house. I was like, no, this can't keep going on the way it is. Like,
no, I
like when your floors are cold. That's what I want. I want heated floors. I want
That's
heated
special.
floors. I know
I've-
it's special.
I've lived in a house that just the bathroom had heated floors in the basement.
And maybe just that
just
even
worth it.
start with
That's
it.
Just worth it. Yeah.
I know.
Imagine getting out of the shower. It was also one of those like big three.
I want a moderate sized house with cool things like that make
Yeah.
my life easier. Touchpad everything. Like
You want to be a smart house?
not really a smart house, but like maybe a touchpad thermostat. Why do all thermostats fucking suck?
No,
They're
all
so
suck.
annoying.
And
How do you
even
not
the
know?
high-tech
How does
ones
anybody?
still fuck up? Like I had
That's
a Nest
true.
in California, and that shit just like
Also
it just-
doesn't work.
it was so weird. It just randomly would. I don't know. I don't remember. That was hella years ago.
For some reason, ours is like specifically hard. I can't fucking figure it out.
I feel like the classics are better. Mine's a classic, and I just do bop bop bop.
Yeah, but it has all these
Ba-da-ba-ba.
other different settings on it. Have you ever like explored? Like
No, mine's a basic old one. But I have seen like the one in California had a Nest and was like a going away.
mine's
and
pretty
then
old though,
one-
but it has settings on. Like I don't know how to like really get it to set right.
No, mine's
I don't-
heat, cold. I don't even have one of the like the both combination ones.
Oh,
You know how like if you have
yeah.
like just a degree, like try to hit within this range or whatever.
No,
Mine's
that's
just,
what
like,
ours is.
yeah,
I don't know
heat,
how to. I
cold,
don't know how to work those.
number,
I don't think they work
number.
right. I don't know.
I don't even know if it can ever go into Celsius. it's old.
Celsius.
I like it. It works. Bop bop bop.
Old timers. We're really getting there. Really showing our age. Speaking of showing,
Some things. Oh yeah, show and tell. Some things
Yeah.
are just better.
aged.
The way they
They absolutely were.
and some things are better advanced. I think
You know what
thermostats
I
haven't
have-
quite got there yet. I feel like I always go show and tell first. You go first this time.
I always go first. I feel like.
Do you?
I feel like I have been going first
Alright, I'll
lately.
go first. What are you gonna say about
I
it?
can go first.
No, I'll go first. You went first last time. I went first last time.
No, I was just gonna say I have a new collection I want to like manifest, and I'm going to do it.
Oh, what is it?
Vintage makeup.
What? Oh, you
Vint-
said that before, but I don't get how it would be.
I want real vintage makeup. I want.
How would it be still good?
I don't. That's the thing. It's a collection. I'm not trying to like use it. Maybe
You-
some maybe some
Do
of
you
them
want
like.
the lipstick if there's no lipstick in it? Just because.
No, I want the lipstick. No, I want the lipstick. I want the lipstick. I want it
But you just
preserved like
you
in the
just-
packaging
okay.
or like maybe like a very famous one that was like really popular in the 60s or something like that, right? I follow a girl on TikTok and she like
Do you know
she's
a lot
hella
about
fucking rich, but
the-
yeah, no.
The different things
Uh-huh.
that happened in the.
Mhm.
So you would like recognize if I like gave you something from vintage time, you'd be like, oh wow, a
Absolutely I would.
1979.
Oh my gosh, absolutely I would. That I
So
can
funny.
recognize that kind of
You're
stuff,
like
but
a
like
car man.
I want the cute even knickknacks that they had or like the palettes that they used to do
I used to
that
love
like
those little lipstick holders grandma's held.
yeah.
Like the one where they have the little like.
It makes no sense, but
magnet
it's just
lipstick
so like
holder.
everything was like small and compact, and like they would have like a one eyeshadow lipstick, tiny lipstick with like an eyeliner / mascara that you could use like an all in one kit. I want like those types of things, like because it's like ridiculous, but like
Yeah.
that's so cute. That's so cute.
Honestly, that's all you fucking need.
That's what I'm saying, but like it was
Like,
so
just a
realistic
little-
back
imagine
then.
just a little thing that's like
Yeah,
cover up
like
blush,
most people's like
mascara,
cheek would be
and a
also
little,
like lip.
comb.
Exactly. You could do it as
All
like
in
an
one.
eyeshadow, as
Yeah.
a blush, as a lip stain. Like that's
many
how
times
it really
have we used
was.
eyeshadow for things that shouldn't be eyeshadow, and how many times have
I
we
don't
used
know.
blush for things that shouldn't be blush?
Me? Yes, I
Yes.
do.
I have in the past, yes.
I actually have. Like lip and cheek seems like
They're the same
the
thing.
combination like I'll do, or like I'll do like a blush on like my eyeshadow. So yeah, I
Yeah.
actually do. Yeah, because sometimes there's just nothing else, and it's
Yeah.
all the same if you really think about it.
I
I
know it's
just-
okay to go on one part of my face, so I might as well put it on the other part of my face.
It's all
I've
just
done,
it's
I've
all
done,
just
like,
makeup.
chapstick and eyeshadow on my lips.
It's color.
If I needed like a picture or something and I didn't have a color, I would just like
That's what I'm
use
saying. Like
eyeshadow on
people
top of
really do
chapstick.
that. Makeup artists do that. Like they really will just crazy shit like that because it's all really the same. It's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do show and tell.
So mine is because I cleaned my room. Well, I've been organizing like now that I have a house and I'm staying in my house and I'm not moving. I've been like unpacking years of
Yo, I gotta
collections
do
of
that.
Gundams. And I found my stack of front covers for all the Gundams that I've ever built Not all of them, because there's still some more over there that are like still the boxes are put together. But when I'm done with a box, I'll cut off the top little section.
Oh, no way. That's so cute. So you built all of these? I mean,
Yeah.
most of them?
No, I built all of these.
You built all of these?
Every single one. These are I'm showing you the front ones because they're my favorite. These are age kits. But like I've built every single one of these, and I mean I know for sure like there's other boxes. Like if you lifted that up, that's like a whole giant mega sized box. And then I have
You
my
really
perfect
built
grapes.
that many.
I built this many, probably plus, because I know I know I got rid of my Shia Quant box, but
Oh my gosh, this is so many. You like really did this shit. I know that you did this shit, but like you did it. That
Yep.
one's cute. Pink one.
the war. She got the Zaku. She chose out the obviously the concert type Zaku warrior, the pink, the like one of the
Cute.
few pink kits there are in the world.
It's funny because I don't think like on specifically our podcast have you talked a whole lot about Gundam.
Nah, it's something different.
Like if you were to pick out one that sticks out to you, right? That like you just it was a fun
It's my
build. It was
favorite?
your favorite.
if I can.
Like that's a lot. That's way. I mean, like I knew you were into this.
It's over there because I didn't ruin the box. My favorite is over there. But I mean, all of these top ones are. If I'm gonna bring out some to talk about,
God, that's just so many. It's so many.
this one is a big favorite. He looks like Batman to me.
He kind of looks like Iceman and Batman.
This is the first version of him. He's kind of like a Pokemon. He's got like 3 of them.
Oh yeah, he kind of looks super witchery in this one. Like he's got this little wolf symbol, but like silvery.
Wolf is his name.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Cute. I mean, it shows
It's like
the wolf on it.
WOOLF,
Yeah.
but
I'm trying to get like where it doesn't.
I
have the
think
glare in it,
the
but-
last version of him is I still have that box put together too. Ah, I loved this one.
I was about to say this one looked like a cool one.
I really love
This
that
one was. This one's tight. It has like a jewel in its head.
It's been really fun to unpack all my stuff because it's just like, wow, remember whenever you built this? Remember when we built that? This was one of my very first ones I've ever built, and I was really obsessed with this one
They
too.
honestly kind of look super comic-y too, so it's cute.
Yeah.
Like they're very like hee. But that's awesome. No, I don't feel like you've
Ever I've
really
never
talked
even
about.
pulled
I mean,
them out.
no, never.
This is
I mean,
another
like,
pinkish kit.
If this is something that you didn't know about,
Yeah, I
but
love
is
building
she
Gundams.
literally built Gundams.
If anybody was ever here without knowing that, that's pretty crazy. But at the same time,
Could be.
It could
Yeah,
be a
it could be a
possibility. We've
thing.
never really talked
Could
about
be a thing. I mean, like if you think about it, like maybe like my scheme of people that like I grew
Yeah.
up with wouldn't actually know, but
Oh my
this
god.
bitch builds custom Gundams, and she
So I always call myself Gunpla Idol purely because of the pilot. Well, no, I don't. It's so hard to explain this.
do
I-
it.
I call myself Gunpla Idol
Mm-hmm.
because for one, I've built a pretty good Gundam legacy, a Gunpla legacy for myself. But there's a show where this girl doesn't even. Oh yeah, there, Kirara,
Mhm.
and she's down at the bottom. But she's kind of like the worst actually. But I like how she likes to win. So she cheats in a competition so she can win. But like has a bunch of people build the Gunpla for her in the competition. So
Dude, that's so funny. That's literally
I know.
like something you would do.
I know. I was like, hell
Actually,
yeah. And
you.
she like fucks over this other dude by like what I don't even remember how it went down, but as soon as I saw they made like a special, that's like a special one. Any of the ones where there's
Oh yeah.
all one color, it's a special Gundam.
Oh, that's tight. See, and
so I
like
got her
some people just wouldn't know
version.
that. If
Yeah.
if people do know about,
But she calls
Gundams.
herself Gunpla Idol in the show, so I was like, I'm Gunpla Idol. It's just
Cute. That's cute. Honestly,
She's like-
that was a first story for me. I actually didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
super cute.
I
But
never really bothered you with the Gunpla stuff.
yeah, but it's interesting. I do like watching it. Like it's cute. It's cute little builds. There is that one that you did that's like a Zelda original that
I know you always have my
Yeah.
custom one. It's gone
It's
too.
so
It's
cute.
downstairs. I don't remember there anymore.
yeah, I know, and I know it's just on display because it's so beautiful. It was so creative. I really do actually. It's just funny
I
because
think
I
that
feel
was
like
the only
it's just like
custom
such
I've really
a
made
you
around
thing.
you though.
Yeah, no, probably.
Because in 2018,
I mean,
we
I
weren't,
feel like there
homies,
was-
homies yet.
Yeah.
So the only one you've seen since we've been like close was that one.
Yeah.
I'll have to make another one.
Cute. No, it was really cute. I thoroughly enjoyed like the little horns you made and like the little cuffs
Yeah.
out of like plastic. I don't know. That was just like
Stop.
interesting. That was interesting. I was like, what the
So
fuck? How
funny.
does somebody? I guess I like really actually saw it. I was like, this is why this bitch did this. This is why this bitch like really why all these people just like love her. That's crazy. I get it. Like I get it now a little bit. Like, you know.
She loves me.
It's like
she's my biggest fan. That's why she gets why everyone loves me.
It's just such a crazy, weird niche of yours.
Yeah. That's the truth.
It really is.
That's the truth.
It's a niche that you got really fucking good at. I was like, shit.
I still don't know how. Sometimes I'll do it and I'm like, fucking God.
You really be like that though. Like when you're just like good at something,
But,
like
I mean,
it's just
like that is the only thing I am 100% the most confident in is like I know that if you gave me a little knife and some little plastic, I could make something real cool. But like make me cook a dinner or a lunch even for
that's
someone,
the thing. It's just like
failing. Like there's so many things that I could work to be better at, but like for some reason naturally good at plastic and gluing plastic together and cutting plastic.
Well, that's
and
just
gluing
it.
them
Like
together.
it's I don't know. It's kind of cool to think about. Like there's just so many things you could be interested in. There's so many hobbies out there. There's so many hobbies. Like if
Too
you don't
many.
have a hobby, there are tons. There is endless possibilities for hobbies. You
Too many.
need to find one.
I mean, and you can't feel bad about doing it for like 10 years either, because I feel like I've been.
There's like so many things to be good at. And like the thing is I feel like once you get good at something, nobody's ever gonna say shit about it. Like
But
you were really
also-
fucking good at that. Who's gonna talk shit? You know?
But it takes time.
It does take time.
Like, you
But
can't
that's
be
a whole
good right
thing.
off the bat, and you can't
Mm-mm.
feel bad about it if you're not. Because I do that a lot. I'll be like, quitting this forever.
I will say there
Don't wanna
are
do that
some
ever again.
things maybe in life that
You should quit early.
well, there's just some things like I wouldn't naturally go for that because I'm just like I don't understand it enough, right? Like it's something that like you're almost just uninterested in. Like why would you ever start something like that? But like there are learning curves to everything. Everything out there. But if you like it,
Most things are just a series of plateaus.
yeah. And some you epically fail.
Yeah, there's also down.
There's down. There's downs where you're like, I don't fucking do this. And then you're like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I did that a lot with cooking, really. There's
Yeah.
really times that like
You have to fail at cooking, I feel like, in order to get stuff. That shit's wild.
and maybe not completely fail, maybe not make it as good as like it could have been or like the best it could have been, but like epically failing at something, yeah, fucking sucks. I haven't actually done it.
Mashed potatoes on accident. I was trying to make rice and it looked like mashed potatoes. How do you do that? Where did I go wrong there? I don't know.
Probably lots of water and overcooking. But that's the thing, like you just like some things like if you epically fail like that, like yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it
maybe
sucks.
you
It
should
sucks.
quit.
Yeah, well maybe. Like plastic
Maybe.
you
Maybe
could not give me
you being a
could
cook.
not get me to build that and just care about it that much. Like enough to you put work into that shit.
Yeah, that's why it's
I
always.
also just don't have it doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest, and it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how to just keep carving until something actually like protrudes out of the plastic. You just keep building
No,
pieces onto
well,
the plastic. What do you mean? You
think
shave
that's
down
how
the
it goes.
plastic. I've never been good at an X-Acto knife, to be honest. I've been really
for some reason,
fucking
really good at those. Never even hurt myself, even.
which is
Surprising.
really wild for you.
I fell up my stairs. So number 2, I've 2 times fallen on my stairs. I think I even have a bruise.
Oh yep, yeah, you sure do.
A little bruise and a little boo boo. I fell into the wall.
Mm.
My walls are textured. Not these ones. These ones are nice and smooth, shiplap. My walls are textured, and I ran around the corner. So that's 2 times.
That's funny.
That's a really still though.
Impressive.
So I moved here in January, and only 2
You'll almost
times.
be here a year.
I know, and only 2 times have I fallen on my stairs. Both times up,
Granted, it's slippery carpet, but
and only twice.
yeah,
Only twice.
yeah, it's
I've
kind of
fallen
impressive,
on
really.
the wood a little bit more though. I'm not gonna lie, but that's not stairs, and I feel
The
like
last place you lived in less than a year and broke a rib on a stair.
yeah,
So,
man.
and there wasn't even any
I
carpet
think
there.
about that sometimes. Every time my upper back cracks in a weird way, and I'm like, remember that time?
You cracked
Fucking
your...
idiot.
Mm.
Your back's never been the same.
It just don't be like that.
That's
you
what
know?
my sister was telling me about, like, you know, she's got a labor job, and she's like, I can't do this forever. If I do this forever, I like, breaking my wrist is not like a funny, haha.
Broke a wrist.
Yeah, it's like I'll never be the same again. Like if my wrist breaks.
Yeah, dude, tell me about it. My dad freaking shattering his heel. I'm like, you can't do that again.
I can't even think about that.
Yeah, my dad literally does a
so
hard
many big
labor.
words I did not understand. There was like a series of 3 text messages where it was a really big word about what he broke and a really big word about
I don't
what
even
he
remember
stepped
that word,
on.
to be honest. I just knew
Whatever
it.
the little railroad spike
The tiger
thing.
tooth, the...
Yeah, whatever you said there, I was like, I don't know what any of the things you just said were.
Yeah,
but it
the
sounds
thing
bad.
is it was bad.
Isn't he
And,
still bad, or is he able to walk now? Or?
he just got into a boot, actually. He's out of a cast into a boot, got the staples out of his heel, did an extensive surgery, got lots of metal in his heel. It was terrible. It was a terrible thing. And then, but what he's most concerned about is, like, and this is something you think about, like, when you get older, you break things, right? Like, the whole thing was, is he going to be able to, like, walk on his heel, but, like, now his, like, knee's in excruciating pain because he hasn't been using his leg, you know? So it's like, and the thing is they even tell you when you go to the doctor, knees are terrible.
So every old person got a bad knee, got a bad hip.
Hips, knees,
How do
backs.
I prepare for that? How do I
ankles.
better prepare for that? Oh, my ankles are fucked. I continuously do like ankle exercises. Roller derby taught me that because it really does help. Having strengthened ankle muscles will help you from
No,
not
absolutely.
twisting your
That's
ankles.
probably the weakest part of my body is my ankles. They've never been.
You don't ever chill out enough to have the time to do this.
Uh,
I'm gonna do it right now when you're
look
sitting
at me.
down.
Look at me. I'm
Yeah,
like
you-
stiff in one.
Stiff.
Stiff in one.
I was working when I was playing roller derby the first time. I was working at a bank, so I was like able to sit down a lot at my little booth, and I would just be working on my ankles all day because they were like, if you wear heels, that makes you less strong, because like
Really?
it shortens your like whatever this section.
Oh,
Like if you're wearing
makes
heels,
sense.
it shortens it. So then whenever you're on skates again, like you're really tight and
Oh, that
stretched
makes
out.
sense.
Yeah. So you have to kind of like work on that a lot. I don't know. Roller derby girls taught me a lot about my body, honestly.
Didn't they?
It's
True though.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be true. Like, but that's like a
The
sport.
stretches,
you know?
especially. I saw a TikTok that was talking about the frog stretch. It's obviously very, very attractive to see anybody do it. I think.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about too.
They had different names for it. They had all sorts of pussy related names for that stretch, but it was and like it was such a good feeling stretch for exactly because like in roller derby you're doing a lot of like the moving these muscles. So
Why does
stretching
it feel
out,
good to like?
Yeah, it's
stretch
feels
that
so
area,
good,
it
but
does.
when we're all doing stretches together and like all the coaches are like behind you and you're like and everybody is making all these comments and stuff, you're like, I just want to stretch this out without it being weird, but it's like surrounded by
It's hard to stretch
roller
though
derby
without it
people.
being.
They're over sexualized, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like 19, terrified because I was like little baby.
The thing is, like,
The
I did
youngest
it
one.
because I.
You did roller derby?
No.
No.
I did marching band, but in basketball. But I was always accustomed to stretching, and I realized that, like, in my later years, I don't stretch anymore because I don't do
That's why I don't know
sports,
why.
and that's why we get sore. I think
Yeah,
is
I
because we
dove- I
don't stretch.
dove-
We literally don't even use
Dove
those
into
muscles,
it.
right?
I just dove in. I was like, I'm gonna sand this bitch down. I used
And it's
all
like,
the different.
when's the
sanding-
last time you probably stretched
Stretch
your
my
ass
arms?
muscle or?
Oh, my ass muscles! I stretched them every morning in San Francisco because
Yeah,
I
she
knew
does.
I was gonna fuck myself up off those heels.
Heels.
San
Oh,
Yeah,
hills.
sorry.
Hills. There you go. Hills. We're talking about like actual hills, like incline,
You
like
were
not
You didn't
heels.
bring heels. I saw you not bring heels.
I was like, you were just like wearing heels in California. That's like crazy. It's not you at all, but okay.
I have heels. I brought them. I didn't wear
No,
them.
I know you have heels, but like
Yeah,
you
not to
practicing
work,
them, that
not
would have
to
been
work,
hilarious. I would
yeah.
have been like, you should be fucking awesome about this at this point in California, practicing heels on your hills.
No, I
But
definitely stretched before going up those.
I just
hills.
should, and it was only ever like 10 minutes of my day did I ever stretch. Like it's never,
We
it
should
was,
do that more often.
we
We're
gotta
gonna
stretch.
be really bad.
and that's
adults.
that's what a lot of people say is like that's
We
like
do
the
skincare
one thing
routines.
that
We
like
should do stretching
pre-
routines.
preventative measure,
We
right?
need
We
to
do
drink more water.
preventative. I do. I've been better. I don't
like believe that actually.
No, but I don't drink like coffee at work. I only stick to water. I do not get full glasses of anything else but water there. Like I might have
I actually believe you.
I have one coffee in the morning, and if it doesn't wake me up, tough shit, bitch. You're drinking water. Because usually if I hit 11 and I'm still tired, I'm like, well, there's nothing fixing this, so I might as well just keep going about my day, just hydrating.
That was me today. I feel it right now. Again, I could just.
Yeah, of course. Speaking of, let's get on with my show and tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just
Well,
about to
I
say that.
kind of preemptive wore this. One of my cute little Witcher stuff. Kaer Morhen is little House of the Wolves, cute
That's
little. I got this from box lunch, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, roach!
I completely, honestly forgot that we got Roach, dude. Like, if you know anything about The Witcher, like, this is the actually most important character of The Witcher. It's literally Roach. Oh my gosh. And I didn't even know, I don't know how I didn't know, but I didn't know that they actually made a Roach. It makes perfect sense that they do, but it was when we were shopping together and we walked into the game store.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them recently.
They must have, like, just really released these because, like, it was the first one I ever seen in stores. And, like, I be steady on new Witcher figurines. Like, I'm constantly on them. And so, like, as soon as I saw it, I didn't give a shit what it was. I actually didn't pay a bad price for it. And I got $5 off at the counter. So I don't feel it was like $5 more than maybe online, but totally worth it for now. But yeah, literally, didn't know what to show. And then I was like, what have I got? What have I got? So I was like, bitch, I got Roach. Like, I got Roach. I have, first off, wannabe horse girls. I finally have a horse figurine that, like, and it's like super posable. Like, you can literally pose this horse. It's like whole head moves.
I know. And
the sword. Oh. We had this whole, like, setup because we actually opened up our Kikimora, which, if anybody's not familiar, it's a weird creature, and
it's kind of like a little Stranger Thingsies.
Very Stranger Things, like
small.
Yeah, like if it was on, like, all fours and had 8 legs.
It has a lot of legs. Yeah,
it has a lot of legs. It's like a giant humanoid spider looking thing. It's got like a human zombie face, but spider looking weird. You see it in the very first season of The Witcher that came out on Netflix, but they're very popular in the game books. And so shit, bro, we open up this Kikimora like the same week that we open up Roach, because of course we're opening up Roach, like, we on display. Bitch, are you kidding? On display. And, like, put a little Witcher figurine because we have a ton of them. And there is literally a head that you can transfer out from the Kikimora that has, like, a sword hole that you can literally put through. It's like one of the, like, bloodied heads. It's kind of gory, but you can put the fucking sword through it. Like, you literally killed it. Like, it's literally in the Netflix series. It's absolutely really fucking crazy. I didn't even realize it. So we opened up that. Obviously, we were hyped off the horse. We finally got fucking Roach.
Isn't it McFarlane Toys?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah,
it is. It's McFarlane.
That guy's great.
He does a great fucking job.
You
can't say anything about it. Like, he just does.
Nuttiest dude. I love him.
Yeah, and, like, look, it's even got, here the thing is, like, it's got even, like, a little sword. It's got 2 sheaths for the sword. They have one on, like, this side too, so you could do, but, like, all the swords, like, really fit in with, like, it was like a whole scene. So it was like the Witcher literally on Roach with his sword up, the Kikimoras. It was,
which Witcher did you unbox?
It was one of the ones where he his eyes are transformed when he takes antidotes and potions and stuff like that. His eyes get black, and then they've got, like, a vein around them.
Yeah, or like the veiny.
Yes, and that's where he, like, looks, and he's got, like, an angry face on, so he's, like, got it. So he's, like, in battle, because usually he takes those, for a battle. It's cute. So anyways, we had him. It was, like, all figurined up, but I did actually take Roach from the position, because we'll just put him right back. But I was like, this has to be shown. Like, it's a little
action figures.
horse.
They're meant to be played with,
Yeah, it's a horse too. What do you do? I can bend its appendages. It's it's cute. It's a horse. I just love it. Anyways, so that was a big thing for me. I was just so excited about it. And oh my god, even his, like, face moves. It, like, it's got a cute little. It's just everything. It's really everything. It's really, like, the only action figure that ever fucking makes sense to me. You can even, like, put its tail out.
My yawning is like your hiccups last week. She had the hiccups for like 30 minutes. I tried to convince her that
So
she just had to tell
bad.
herself she wasn't a fish, but it didn't work for her.
God, that was so bad. I completely forgot about that.
You had
Ooh,
the
God,
hiccups
I
for like
hate-
30 minutes, and then when you got rid of them, you passed the fuck out. It was like you were exhausted from those hiccups. She was so mad. There was no, yeah, I didn't have to be, I shouldn't have been afraid about me waking you up because there was nothing that was going to make you more mad that night than those hiccups did.
Honestly, I completely forgot I had that fucking episode. And, like, it just happens like that. I don't ever get hiccups, but when I do, it's just, like, a whole episode for, like, 30 minutes. And it's, like, I can sometimes get lucky and, like, hold my breath and it works, but not usually. And they suck. It's not,
They're
like,
bad.
sneezing in relief. It's,
No,
like, a
hiccups are
hiccup.
the
It's,
worst.
like...
Hiccups hurt me.
Hurts. It
stomach
hurts your
hurts.
fucking diaphragm in your stomach afterwards. Like, it's...
Where in the world is your diaphragm located? Because I've never, I don't
know this. So it's like actually right under your rib cage. There's literally
like,
like a
under
it's like
your
a
lungs?
muscle.
It's like a little skinny one under your
Yeah.
lungs.
So like if you had like your rib cage, right?
What's the point of it?
Breathing. It
But I thought that
expands.
was lungs.
No, but you have to have a diaphragm. Like you have to have a diaphragm that it helps you like you have lungs, but you have a diaphragm, right? Like you have something that like expands you.
It's not explaining anything to me.
It's like a I keep saying sheath, but like it's literally it feels like it's like a sheath that goes like here's your rib cage, here's your skeletal, here's your rib cage, right? Your lungs are on the inside of your rib cage, right? Deek up here, and then you've got this like it almost like comes over the
But
top
what does
of your
it do?
stomach,
Like, what's its purpose?
contracting breathing. I believe. I think it helps like with. I think it just helps with the lungs. I think it just it's your
Have you
diaphragm.
ever seen
I'm
lungs?
used to that word because it's something that's used in musical terms.
Have you
if
ever held lungs before? Like real lungs, like an organ of lungs? Have you ever seen them?
I've done dissections and lungs wasn't one of them. I think I did a heart. I did a heart one time.
Those are tight.
Whew. I didn't love
Crazy.
any of it.
Inside of it, just how skinny all those little.
It's intricate.
So intricate.
Like no wonder when they say like a valve is like exploded, like it's thin.
It's so
Duh.
tiny, yeah.
How are you gonna repair
Easy
that?
peasy.
Literally, how do you
I mean,
repair
easy
that?
peasy to break. I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
can't repair it. No. So
You put a
that's-
stitch in it, and a
that-
stitch holds it. Like
No.
what?
This shouldn't. Doesn't.
No, I mean sometimes that's like literally what they have to do.
Dumb. We shouldn't even be talking about this.
Sometimes the tissue's too.
But lungs, they're like, you know, in my head, like I just
Spongy?
imagine like a balloony type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's dense. It's just a real big dense sponge. So like when someone gets something stuck in their lungs, like that's a real because these they're tiny baby little holes. All it's like a sponge. You're right.
Yeah.
It's like I've just never. It's like a
Spongy,
real sponge.
spongy, huh?
Yeah. It was
like
wild.
that.
It was a cow one
Ugh.
too, so it was big. So I expected it to like have like
Some
big pieces to it, but it was just like
spongy.
tiny little holes and big sponge.
See, I never really loved that stuff. That's when I
Esophagus.
knew I just.
I don't know. I really fucked with it. We were thinking when we were talking about muscles earlier. I was brought back to me being really good.
I'm like
in anatomy
completely
class.
the opposite of that, to be honest.
I dissected a whole cat.
I did too.
Mine was
pregnant.
pregnant. What? That
I had a
was
pregnant cat,
wild. Mine too. Did
too.
you open it up and see all the little baby
Yeah, I
kids?
did.
They were like
Tiny. They were tiny things. They were
cute little
intact.
babies.
Everything, like just in the
I
sack.
remember looking back very weird. And I don't know where, I just started talking about it and I regret it. But I looked at my teacher and I was like, can I just put one of these in a bag and have it? Why would I want a little baby kitten?
I think because it was like preserved and they were already like forcing it on you. I dissected my cat for 8 weeks. Homie, I had to smell.
8 weeks? No, ours was a week at most. Formaldehyde stinks up a whole fucking hallway of a
Maybe
whole
it was
school.
6 weeks.
That's too long. That's not real. There's no way. That's
Maybe
so
I
much.
exaggerated that, but we worked on it for weeks.
while.
Like it got a smell to it. By the
Yeah,
time
I
we
mean,
were
even
getting it
day
out, that
two,
I was
there's a
like,
smell to it. Ugh.
because I was
That-
I was in college when I was taking these, so like
Oh.
I would have that class only like once or twice a week, and then we'd come back to it, right? And then we'd have to like dissect
Damn.
another
Yeah,
point, and then we would
that's
put it back.
Not okay. You just pull a.
Oh, dude, it was
Cat out of a
foul.
bag
That's when I
every
knew
time?
that the cat
why
was the one that
Oklahoma
really
ass.
turned me. Dude, we're third in education. What do you expect? Maybe we have to reuse the cats. I don't know. I don't
Why
know
we
anything. That's
have
all
so
I
many
know.
cats? Why are there so many cats able to be dissected? I don't understand.
Probably
I mean,
because there's just some with
they-
no homes, you know? It's probably way worse than dogs are even.
I don't know.
But they're so feral too. You just never see them probably.
I dissected a tiny pig. That was honestly really cute.
I never did a pig. I think I did
I
like a
was
couple of
thinking-
human organs, like an eyeball. I think maybe a frog in my lifetime, and then a cat. I specifically
The
remember
eyeball,
the
the
cat.
sheep eyeball was honestly traumatizing because like I never knew how hard a cornea was.
Oh God, every part of it. It's just
Ugh.
like a thick, fatty
Yeah.
thing. I don't know. It's gelatinous, but not. But like tough.
I don't think I could do any of that stuff anymore. But
Squeamish.
I
I
was
can't even.
the
I can't even like
best at it
touch.
back then.
I don't even like touching ligaments on people. I don't, like feeling people's
touching
like
anything.
no. And I don't like people touching me in that way either. It just, I feel like I feel it. I feel like I feel, no. I
have a-
feel it. I feel it in my ligament. You're pulling my, I just hate it. There's something about it. It's like a sensory thing for me. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, I don't like touching anything that's oily. That like
Oh,
leaves,
really?
leaves any sort of.
Oh no, I
I
don't,
don't
like
like anything that leaves anything on my hands.
Yeah, I
anymore.
could see that.
I
That's
got like
a
I've
big
been
one
getting
for me.
weird about it too lately.
But the thing is, I like slimy things. Like for some reason, the slimy consistency I really
Serum
like.
fizz.
I don't.
You know how like face
But
serum
yeah,
is
yes.
just
No, yeah. I love that consistency. Like an oyster. If you think about an oyster, there's like a slimy consistency under that little
egg
over the
whites.
muscle. Egg whites. I do like egg whites. I like touching them. An egg.
That's why
slimy.
you're so ready to make me a egg white drink. She made me an egg white frothy cocktail the other day.
Stopped at cog. She made me an egg white cock.
We're getting weird. We've been weird today.
We really have. Honestly, it's been weird, but what? You're the worst. You're the worst. I'm feeling it in my tendons right now. I have to go to the hospital. I have to go to the hospital now. Oh my God, I'm going to feel it for like at least a minute, at least 30 seconds.
No, I know.
hate
You know,
it.
I hate whenever you like touch something and you can like still
Sensory.
feel it to
It's
this
all.
day.
Yes. You know what it is for me? Frozen mugs. You know how like you can put glasses in like your freezer and they get cold and taking it
like a
out?
beer.
No. And I was a bartender,
Interesting.
so think about how fucking agonizing that was. I literally would do everything else. I would blast through 20 tickets before I would touch a frozen mug and be like, please go get my beer. Please just go get that fucking beer right now because I can't touch that fucking mug.
I like having people around me that know me really well because like they'll be like, hey, just do this, and I'm like, and they're like, do you want me to do that part for you? I'm like,
Please.
I don't want it
I
to do
will
it.
literally do whatever it is
Yeah, whatever
besides
else.
that. I swear it's just that.
I did that
Gives
too
me
at your
goosebumps.
house.
Mm.
Last week, what was it that you were cooking? And I was like, oh, what can I help you with? And you were like, oh, you can do this. And I'm
Oh,
like, no.
you said I was I was chopping bacon. I was like cutting up bacon like
with
bacon bits.
scissors.
with scissors and like, but I was like touching the bacon, but that's like the slimy consistency. I like it.
No, I hated it.
And
hated it.
she was like, "What can I help with?" And like the only thing I really needed help with was like chopping this bacon because it was kind of like tedious and like I could have been starting other things on it. And she was like, "But anything but the bacon." And I was like, "Ah, well."
No, you could just sit over there.
I was like, I'm actually good,
just make
actually."
slice some cheese
I did.
to
I made
snack
you,
on.
I made you cheese for you.
And
to
I'm
snack
really
on.
bad at that too. We know I'm bad at slicing cheese.
That was really hard cheese, though.
Okay,
I did
thank you.
try it right after
I
you.
appreciate that you validated me on that one because
Cheese is hard.
Second time in a row where I was like, "What is
We
happening?"
have a special knife at my work to cut through specifically like
slicer,
Parmesan
with,
wheels.
Like a string. It's just like
It's
a sling
a
string.
two-handed
String.
knife.
Oh.
No, it's not even a string. It's like a whole ass blade.
I want to cut cheese with a string. Like
Oh
not a string,
no,
but,
we
like, you
do
know,
have one of
little,
those.
like-
No, we have one of those, and those are tight. If the cheese is
They're
soft enough,
thin.
if it's not,
Oh,
like
okay.
there's no point to that. It's just gonna break it'll break it. There's cheese that's
Oh.
just hard enough. Like Parmesan, hard as fuck.
Ugh,
Especially when it comes super cold.
want
I love
cheese. I
Parmesan,
want
but
cheese.
like you have to wiggle this whole, and this knife is big. Like this is as big as it is.
Damn,
This big of a
Is it, like,
blade. You've
curved?
got no, it's just a straight blade. It's got two handles, like a bicycle handle. It's got even like little like grooves for your fingers, right? And you like go to like
Damn.
it's
a real serious. Is it a cheese knife?
yeah, it's a cheese knife. Have you ever seen like a big old Parmesan wheel come in?
Yeah.
And sometimes they even have the wax over it. Fuck
Yeah.
the place that have the wax over it. I don't know how anybody cuts through that shit, but
Mm.
sometimes they even have to like put like kind of like peg sort of like knives through it to like even get it to cut in half. That's how like hard Parmesan is. It's ridiculous. It's
Am I
stupid.
not supposed to eat the wax on cheese?
I
Depending on the one. Like, obviously, I'm not
I
gonna eat
think
like
the
a wax
so.
on like
I
a
think it
baby
could
bell or
be.
something.
There's edible wax. And maybe they're all edible wax, to be honest. But like you're thinking of like Gouda.
Yeah, delicious. Oh shit. Fuck. Do you be real? I can't do mine. I'm gonna be not real
If
today.
y'all don't know what Be Real is, you probably do, to be honest. But here it is.
Honestly, the app is failing because of the fact that we're. The app is failing because so many people are on the app at the same time in the day. You have to like leave it
It's
on
hard. It's super
in order
hard.
for it to even
it's
be
like even loading.
uploaded.
Like it'll literally give you the notification as being real, and then like you can't even upload your.
Yeah, for a while. It
Like-
takes the whole 2 minutes just to get.
Like I
your
had like
fucking
9
shit
seconds to like put it in at one point, like to like
done
for
get
it
to
to
the point
not
where
be
your camera was
late.
going.
Yeah. See, like right now it's like adding
It's just
it,
gonna load.
but it's
forever.
gonna it won't
And no,
load
it was
any
a great
better.
idea, and then and now it's really slow. But I love it. I love the idea. I hope that they get better servers.
Me
or whatever
too. Me
they
too.
need.
I feel like they're onto something, and
I know
then
that
TikTok
TikTok
totally
stole
stole
But I
it.
don't want to be. But it's not like Be Real. TikTok, does it hit you up at one time throughout the day? Because that's just what's really hitting
does.
me. Oh, it doesn't.
But and then it like, do you get those TikTok notifications? It'll like literally tell you like,
I don't
and then
get
it even has like, it
notifications.
actually even has like a notification at the bottom of the screen where there's like a bar.
It tells me, hey, post your now, but it doesn't tell me, hey, post your now right now.
Oh really? I think
Maybe it's
it
'cause I haven't posted my
it
first
brings
now.
it up then.
But I don't want any one of my followers to see me. I only want my.
I think
4
that's what's so
friends
fun
to see
about
me.
Be Real is
Yeah, it's
because it's
only
like
my
you being
people.
real to the people you want to be real to.
Yeah.
You don't have to give a shit about it.
It's like my only real social media.
It's like literally what Instagram used to be to me when I remember when
Sarah,
Instagram,
Just Sarah.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I only had it with like a few of my friends. Had hardly ever heard of it at that point. I
Mhm.
remember I was literally posting shit just to post shit, just to do it because we
Yeah.
were funny and quirky and cute.
Yeah, man, those are the times.
I'm saying you didn't give a
Imagine-
shit about
I
it.
forgot like social media was just like literally
Just that.
for my friends.
Like that's really how it started. Just like that.
Yeah.
A few of them.
And then I just
You get like a couple of likes.
I remember being like, I think that there's nothing I can do in this world unless I have a following. And then I just started working on trying to get followers. Well, not so much followers, but like a following.
A following. Yeah.
Mhm. And then I never was the same.
Like a more of like a purpose.
Yeah, it was
I mean, it is.
intentional. It was
There has
intentional
to be
posting.
something exactly like there, but it is all intentional nowadays. You know. Besides, I think B-roll is the only thing that's like brought us back to like what it used to be like. Like
it does
just
kind of feel like that.
there's no like trying effort in it. It's like
Yeah.
literally trying to be real.
Do you remember on Facebook, when statuses became a thing and like it was, they had the is set. It was like buttress is, and then you could submit the rest of what you were doing. In
Feeling
that moment,
sad.
or is
feeling content?
something. And then I remember how powerful it was when they removed the is.
Yes.
Like we could just say anything, Ashley, whatever. But then it kept our name still. Like statuses used to be like Ashley is blah blah blah.
is
Like
content.
or just
Ashley is feeling anxious.
Yeah.
Angst. They would
It
have
was
a
so-
slew of them too. Like you would have any
and
emotion.
even just typing them out though. And when it got to the point where you could submit your own things, like
yeah, that's
people were
true.
getting creative with it, like there
Little
was so-
emojis that
The
like
things that people
corresponded
do on
with
the
it.
internet now, like creativity wise, compared to like the back then, it's crazy. We weren't doing shit. We were just like went to the mart,
But it was so simple.
poking people.
Poking.
I never really got into it, but I would do
Like
it.
it would be
if
like,
if
it's
it
so and
felt
so's
like if I
birthday.
could-
Poke them a happy birthday. And you go and like poke them just to say like I saw it, I thought about you.
Writing on each other's walls.
Ridiculous.
Wild. I remember,
Basically,
I
Dear
remember
Diaries.
My phone, I would have text alerts because you couldn't have internet on your phone, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it cost too much. So I would have Facebook text me when I got a notification so that I could run to my computer
Yeah.
and write them back.
Mhm.
And I remember one person, because it was like some dude, and he like wrote on my wall. So I like ran upstairs to like write back on his wall. He's like, wow, we're like always on Facebook at the same time. That's real crazy. I was like, yeah, so so
you
crazy.
guys are like both in school, getting off of the.
We have like, no,
the
I just
bus.
got text notifications.
Oh.
Like, every time he wrote on my wall, and I run back and be like, oh yeah, I'm right here, right now. Like, what's up?
Oh my god, that's
and
so
it was
funny.
writing
'Cause,
on
like
each other's walls back and forth publicly. Like, there was no DMs, there was no Facebook Messenger.
Publicly.
I was publicly flirting with somebody.
and
on
people
their wall.
just did that.
Everybody
like it was
did it.
normal. So like you
Everybody
never
did
really
it.
like.
It's crazy. I never want to see those.
I don't either. I don't either. It's too far. It's too far gone. Like
I can't
MySpaces
even-
and
yeah.
stuff.
No, that's ancient. That's cave writings on the wall. I wasn't even allowed to have a MySpace, honestly. I was only allowed to have
I
a
wasn't
Facebook when
either. I
turned
wasn't even
16.
allowed to have a Facebook for the longest time,
Yeah.
and I only had
I
a
turned
Facebook for a
16
long
and I was allowed
time.
to have one. When did you get a Facebook?
I got a Facebook behind my parents' back.
Yeah, me too.
15 probably, and
I got it
then
taken away, and then
I got it taken away, and then
Yeah.
once I was able to have one, I just never got one back because it was like I put in a lot of work to this Facebook that I had. I swear. And then like they made me delete it. And I was so upset. And then by the time that I was able to have one, I was like, fuck it. I was already on Twitter at that point. I was like large on Twitter. I
Mhm.
remember it was like the big thing. Like in high school, I had so many followers too. It was
I
crazy.
was not big on Twitter. I got a Zynga though before I got a Facebook, but obviously my parents like closed that one too. But my brother helped me get it up, set it up, so it was kind of. I remember I had like a really French name to it because I just watched
Obsessed with
Amelie.
that.
My brother was such a hipster. It cultivated such a little hipster in me that I really had a Zynga.
A Zanga.
I don't even remember anything about it. I only had it for like
Okay.
2 weeks before my parents found out.
On a lastly thought,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
a
I wanna
last
go.
thought, but like, yeah, like a last thought. Did you okay? I don't know how to explain this because I can't remember it all that well, but it was something that you downloaded onto your desktop, and it was like chat rooms. It was like chat roulette
AIM.
kind of. What'd you say?
AIM?
But like you had an avatar. You had an avatar. You had a complete like people can make their own spaces. They can make it like I remember like visiting a girl's and like this was like when I first knew.
Did you get groomed on the internet when you were young? Is that where we're going?
I
We
didn't
all
know.
did.
I didn't think
We
so,
all
but I
did.
realized what furries
You
were.
real-
I didn't realize what furries were. I only know furries
Honestly,
because of
you
this
know,
app.
You know furries pretty earlier than
No,
most
I
people
did.
know
I
furries
absolutely
then.
did. When people said that they did that in real life, I was like, I thought that was only those fucking chat roulettes I ever got into. What the fuck? Crazy to me now, but I don't know how to
That's great.
describe this, and I wish somebody would know because I
Somebody would
know
know.
hella fucking people were
I mean,
on
like,
this
chat
app. It
rooms
was
were
like
a thing.
it was like Sims, okay, but like more X-rated, I would say. Like they
What do you
almost
mean?
look
You
like
had
Bratz dolls,
characters?
big
You made your
boobs,
own
big
little-
butt. You
okay.
made your own character. You literally were your own character.
were
And
like
what you
a-
would do, it's
you were
like it was
VR
like
chat
chat
before.
roulette in a way where like you would just be put in a realm, like you would be put in somebody's like realm that they've made. Like they could have had like a whole like I remember I visited a girl's and it could be super friendly. Like sometimes it was just like you just meet like friends, internet friends, of course. Like it's just
Mhm.
weird, but they didn't want anything,
You're
and
like
then
ASL.
yeah, absolutely, and then
Oh, you touched my toe.
sorry, oh, why were you touching my chair? I didn't know you were there.
you like stroked it so funny. I didn't even process
I thought
it
it
at
was
first.
like the time I grabbed, I hit his butt in the picture. I just
What?
did you not?
Oh, Diana. I
Yeah,
thought you said crapped Ida's.
that's a whole
don't-
nother story.
yeah.
But like I just like completely held on to her like underneath
she
of
was
her
taking a
ass
picture and
cheek.
just like held onto my sister-in-law's butt for some reason.
Like for no
comfort.
reason, like literally for comfort, but like didn't even realize I was doing it until I released, and I was like, I literally looked at her like, oh my god, why did I didn't, and we knew at that point she didn't even recognize until I released, and I was like,
Yeah, it's always the worst because like if you're there, they might not notice, but
And
like,
they
if
didn't.
you take it off,
She
they're
didn't.
gonna notice. I always remember whenever I used to hug people and my hair would get caught in their armpit, and then we'd like go away from each other to finish the
And
hug,
it's
but my hair was still
awkward.
touching, and I'd be like, I'm just gonna, should I just
No.
pull it out right now?
that's what I'm
Or should I
saying.
just,
Like
like,
that's just like
leave?
literally what it was. Like I remember once we like broke away from the picture, I was like, oh my god.
No, I have
Pulling her
cultivated you
butt
to like
It's like-
everybody knows that you're the creepy friend, so it's like
And then I like do these things that
Yeah,
like I
it
just
doesn't help,
subconsciously,
but
it's just
yeah.
like that. Like I thought I was grabbing onto my chair.
if you were an old man, you would be the scariest person I know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm kind of creepy.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just like
you're
lucky
really
I'm a
creepy,
girl.
actually. Yeah, you, like 100% super creepy. Actually,
Absolutely creepy. I'm like the creepiest friend, honestly.
I've become more of a creepy person. I feel like because of you.
I love it. I love being creepy. It just goes back to into like what I love, like not being able to do, but like can do, but like shouldn't be doing, but like I will. like creeping, I'll do it. You don't see me staring like yards out from the room? I am. I know what you're talking about. I have seen the emotions going into this, and I will find out what you guys were talking about. That's just who I am.
What were you talking about there? What are you talking about over there?
Always. Always. You know I'd be doing that too. I'm like, what were you talking about? What was that? And you'll literally be like, I wasn't talking to you. I'm like, I know, but I heard.
I know.
So tell me about it.
So I was like, oh no, I wasn't talking to you.
And I'm
Yeah, I right, but like,
so anyway,
well,
like I'd already heard it, so like, might as well
let me know the rest.
tell me.
Yeah.
No, it is. But yeah, somebody's got to tell me what these chats were called, because it was something that you downloaded onto your, and it was just like
Danger
a server.
zone.
It was like literally a server you could get into, and there
Just
it
VR
was
chat.
never too like X-rated. Like there weren't like penises or shit like that on there, but like
wasn't Omegle.
it was like people trying to be weird and like
They wanted to
sometimes
talk
felt
about their penis.
yeah, or could have been sexual. Like you walked into it. I was just super innocent at the time, so I'd like
Yeah, no, all of
I
us
would
were.
ping between certain like this one girl I met like made her whole character Paramore, and her whole life was Paramore. It was Paramore everything, and I was like, this is fucking the coolest thing I've ever seen. Still stuck in my brain till this day, so you obviously know. But somebody's got to tell me
Paramore
what this
girl,
was.
you're out
Somebody
there.
has got to tell me. I'm gonna look it up right after this, because you had to have known.
Right.
Somebody has to have known my realm.
Nah, no, me. I was my computer was in the kitchen. There was a password that only my parents knew.
In the kitchen? Mine was in the living room, at least.
So they put us right in the middle of the house. They were like, no, and like it was, back of the
I could
screen
understand that. Back of the screen
to
to it.
the
Yeah.
whole house.
I still got away with a lot of shit doing that, though, because my
No.
parents didn't care.
No, we had, like I said, my parents had the password to the computer, so that we couldn't even get on there unless we had our parents like log us in. But it was my mom, and I remember there was one time where it was really fucking like it was my mom was like napping or something. My brothers were outside. I know mine's done too, so we gotta go. My brothers were outside playing basketball, and my mom was taking a nap, and I wanted to play a computer game. So I was like, Mom, can you like come and log the computer in for me so I can play this game? And she was like, no, I'll just tell you what the password is. Don't tell the boys. Because I'm a kid. I don't even know what the computer is capable of.
And
I
you
don't know
knew
how to
you
go
had
to the
the
internet.
access to the entire world at that point.
Yeah, I had no idea. And honestly, the entire world is a stretch because the internet was pretty bad back then. Like I wouldn't have been able to like
fucking terrible.
research it. But anyway, she told me the password. The password was "it's a sin," so that if we did find the password out on accident, we would know that was a sin. Like we weren't supposed to know the password. Like it was they made the password literally "it's a sin" so that we would know we were bad for even finding out the password. So obviously I took that and like went to my brothers like, I got the password, you suckers. Like went outside the floor. I didn't even go to the computer at that point. I went straight outside to tell my brothers they're fucking losers because they don't know the password. And like Shane was trying to bribe me to get the computer password and stuff. Like my oldest brother was great. It was great, but
It's a sin?
It's a sin. I think about that all the time. It's a
Wow. It's a sim in my world.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I was
did.
doing.
You're like, hell yeah, it's a sim.
Sims.
No, I didn't even know what it spelled, honestly. I had to like think about that later on in life. I just remembered the ITSASIN.
Ours was always like TNT kids. Terry and Terry's kids. I swear to God, TNT. That's how they always send our cards too, like birthday cards and
TNT,
stuff.
that's
It was
funny.
kind of cute, but
That is kinda
that was even
cute.
like their email
Terry
back
and
in the
Terry.
day. A Cox.net one, but yeah. I just
We're really,
ferociously
man, how old are we? That feels like
old.
if somebody.
I was watching
Oh, we were
YouTube videos, music videos, and I knew that they were really sponsored. They have Vivo on it. But Chameleonaire, Riding Dirty, was something I watched religiously for probably months. Getting off the school bus, and my parents just let me. I just watched hella like rap music videos, and that was like the one thing they just didn't care about.
on
They
your
were-
phone?
no, on the
On the computer. I was like, you had internet on your phone?
No.
You're
I
wild.
would get off the school bus and then go to it.
Yeah,
and they just let
no.
us. Like we would just be
I
like
came home and played typing games and
mesmerized.
stuff. I was super nerd.
Oh yeah, you were a loser.
Mm-hmm.
My mom played Spider Solitaire a lot.
Yeah, well, they're classics.
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 I now know
But
that.
that was the computer in Florida, the one in the living room, and then I moved in with my grandma who was tech savvy. She had 2 computers.
You know,
in
I
a
will say this
office.
much. I was tech savvy with old ass computers back in the day. I used to be able to get off a virus or a bug in no time. I would be able to like rig my computer to run The Sims if it didn't even have the like card or storage, and I would figure out a way. Like, I swear to God, I used to open.
The simpler times.
I'm saying, I used to be able to just like rig it to work, and it would. Sometimes it crashed, but you know, it's when our monitors were like this big. It's like a brick. You were like
a whole block of
like literally desks
plastic.
were made to like have your brick computer to like sit. It was like a tall. There was like a
Remember,
tall
the
cabinet.
craziest thing is whenever you had like a computer lab at school or something, and they had the Apple computers.
They always
and,
had
like,
that
these, like,
colorful
school-
back.
Yeah,
and you were
colorful.
cool.
So cool.
You were the cool
I remember
people if
seeing
you
my
had
first computer lab,
Macintoshes.
like-
They weren't even called Apple or anything. It was just Macintosh.
Macintosh.
It's wild. And now
I
they're
really,
just-
really haven't thought about all this stuff in a while. It
We're
really
old.
makes me feel like I'm like 50 years old right now thinking about it. But just technology grew so fast.
It did.
That was literally like 15 years ago. No, it was like 20 years ago. That was like 25 years ago.
The things we played with like as toys as a kid is just that's also mind blowing. I'm like, "Ooh."
Yeah,
But
we can't dive into that.
no,
I have to go to the
absolutely
bathroom
not.
and get another beer.
Yeah, it's time
Good night.
now that we've hit you with all the nostalgia.
Good night. We're going to bed.
We are. Somebody tell me what that freaking Russian roulette was. Somebody, please.
Want
Somebody know.
to ASMR noises?
You're not that. You're not that. I hate that.
I wonder if those were good. I'm really excited to hear that back. Dude, that was so early. That was the beginning ASMR.
I don't
pops.
like the.
I wish I could do the one that would like. Oh, that wasn't so bad. That was actually not so bad.
I hate those noises. I like the unwrapping of things. It's like, or their nails even tap. I hate that I love it, but I love the nails. I'm like, sounds good. I like it.
Lock it.
I like it. I hate those ones. I hate them. Get out. Get out.